Hello and welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Recently, my local WH Smith was having a board games clear out. Naturally, I took a look. I do love a bargain, but I was expecting to see the usual suspects of Monopoly and Scrabble. To my surprise, I found a copy of Richard Garfield's King of Tokyo 2nd edition for the princely sum of £12 English. King of Tokyo is pretty old at this point. It dates back to 2011, and while I always thought it looked like fun, it never struck me as something I wanted to pay full price for. I'll drop £12 though. It's fair to say that, considering this is a light filler, King of Tokyo has had some serious legs. There have been multiple releases of the original game system, King of New York, several expansions, countless promos, the Dark Edition, the 2-player version King of Tokyo Duel, and a smaller Origins core set. That being so, it must be a pretty good game, right? Well, yeah, right, it's pretty good. The core set is for 2 to 6 players, and it really is one of those the more the merrier type games. It's quick, silly fun. A game is normally going to get wrapped up in about 5 minutes per player, making it a good way to start or end a games evening. Assuming, of course, your game group don't mind clobbering the heck out of each other. Gameplay is exceptionally easy. You place the city board in the centre of the table, and each player selects a monster standee, placing it outside, not on, the board. In the core set, there is no difference between monsters, but expansions are available to give them more character. You take the matching character board and set victory points to 0 and health to 10. Then you shuffle the deck of power cards and place 3 face up to form the display with the pile of energy cubes nearby. Finally, determine a first player by rolling the dice. Most smash symbols goes first. The aim of the game is simple: become the King of Tokyo. You can achieve this by being the last monster standing, with all other players being reduced to 0 hit points. Alternatively, you can be the first monster to reach 20 victory points. On your turn, you take the 6 black dice. Later on, powers may give you access to additional green dice, and you get 3 rolls to play a sort of Yahtzee variant. You roll the dice once, and you set aside any you like the look of. You roll the remaining dice, once again setting aside any you want to keep. You then get a third roll. This time you can roll any dice you haven't already banked, plus you can change your mind and re-roll any dice you previously set aside. After the third roll, you apply the results. One side of the dice is the smash symbol. For each one of these you rolled, any monsters that are not in the same location as you take 1 damage. So if you are outside the board, any monsters on the board take damage. If you are on the board, any monsters outside the board take damage. On the first player's turn, all monsters are outside the city, so the smash symbol does nothing. One side of the dice has a heal symbol. For each one of these you recover 1 lost hit point, but only if you are outside of the board. If you are in Tokyo, this symbol does nothing. One side of the dice has the energy symbol. For each one of these you roll, you gain 1 energy cube to spend later. The last 3 sides of the dice have numbers 1, 2 and 3. These are a way of scoring bonus victory points. If you roll 3 of a kind, you gain victory points equal to the number rolled. For each matching number above 3, you gain 1 more victory point. For example, if you roll 5 threes, you would score 3 victory points for 3 of a kind, and then an additional 1 victory point for each additional 3, for a total score of 5. After resolving your dice, any monsters in Tokyo that took damage have the option to yield, which means moving back off of the board. Then, if Tokyo is empty, you must move in. When you do this, you gain 1 victory point. Note that in a 2 to 4 player game, there is only 1 space in Tokyo, the city, but in a 5 or 6 player game, Tokyo Bay is also available, allowing 2 monsters to be on the board at the same time. Holding a space in Tokyo has benefits, but is also very risky. As already mentioned, every monster outside of Tokyo will inflict their damage on you, and while you are in the city, you cannot use heal results rolled on dice. This means it's not easy to hold your ground, and you may need to quickly yield your position. However, should you still be in Tokyo at the beginning of your next turn, you will gain 2 bonus victory points for being an absolute Chad. Next, you have the chance to spend your energy. You can buy any face-up cards from the display, discarding energy equal to their cost. Purchased cards are immediately replaced from the deck, and you can also spend 2 energy to wipe the display and draw 3 new cards. Newly revealed cards are immediately available for purchase. Some of these cards have one-time effects, like victory point boosts, while others provide ongoing bonuses such as extra damage, damage negation, or the ability to roll more dice on your turn. Finally, there is an end of turn step where some special effects may resolve, and then the next player takes their turn. And that's all there is to it. Roll the dice, apply results, move into Tokyo if possible, buy powers. Rinse and repeat until someone hits 20 victory points or only one monster remains. It's quick, stupid, chaotic fun, and you can certainly play it with your brain switched off. But that's not to say the game is devoid of all strategy, and occasionally you are faced with tough choices. Certainly there is a lot of luck involved. If the dice won't play your way, there isn't much you can do about it. But with each roll you need to consider your odds, your short-term objectives and long-term goals. If you are about to die, you really need those hearts. If there is a good special power up for grabs, you need energy. If your opponents are on the ropes, you want to smash them as much as possible. But sometimes you are going to roll a bunch of 3s, and it is so tempting to go for a full house, which is a whopping 6 victory points. Choosing when to yield Tokyo is also an important consideration. You may want to hold on for those bonus victory points while also denying other players the victory points they would get for seizing Tokyo from you. But each turn you are going to get pummeled, and you can only push your luck for so long. An unexpected string of smashes from just one player could knock you right out of the game. You also have some interesting options when it comes to the power-ups. You could opt for immediate bonuses or go for a permanent upgrade that is going to help you every turn. It's fun to see your monster evolve, developing those new skills as the battle rages on. And this is most definitely a battle. You are always in the thick of it. There is nowhere you can hide to avoid damage completely. You are constantly knocking lumps out of each other, and every move you make is an opportunity to forward your own ambitions while also stomping your mates. For that reason, this game may not be for everyone. Very young players may find it a bit too relentless, especially if they are in Tokyo getting bullied by everyone else. But if you have a group of players who enjoy take that gameplay, or in the case of this game, take that and some of that gameplay, this is a good choice. I don't consider it a great game. It's a filler you wouldn't want to play more than once or twice in a single evening. But it is a keeper, and I can see this getting rolled out at larger gatherings and parties where it should raise a few laughs. But that is it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so, and hopefully I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.